Derek here at Merz Farm Equipment in Fall City, Nebraska. Today behind me I'm going to talk about the 4180B, the new RB series round baler. This is a true silage baler. So I guess we'll start up here in the front. In the front it is a standard 89-inch pickup. That's one of the widest on the market today. So today these wheels are actually, we don't have it all set up today. We're just kind of getting out here to show everybody kind of what we're getting started here with. We got a roller on it here. This helps you push that hay down and it helps you feed it in to your pickup here. And this pickup is a CAMLESS pickup, so there's less parts, less to go wrong. So this roller up front just helps it push it down and get it fed up into the pickup here. And then behind the pickup we have a rotor, and this rotor, it helps it throw it into the knives and then the knives up into the chamber. So when I say knives, this baler has, in the cab you can select between 8, 9, or 17 knives. So this is a true silage chopping baler. So you know if you're trying to chop hay to feed to your cows or dairy cows, this kind of takes out your tub grinding process. This baler will do it all in one, bale and chop it all in one time. When you have knives, if you're wanting to take your hay and just roll it out onto the ground and not have it fall apart, you the hay have what I call dummy knives that you can stick in there. So your hay, instead of between 3 and 4 inches long, just like your normal round baler would do. So you put those knives in so you don't have to actually cut any hay. With this machine on the other side, it has an automatic oiler to oil all your chains. And it has a reservoir on the opposite side, which we can kind of see from here. So this is where your reservoir is. It takes 90-weight oil, and it has oilers on all your chains, especially your heavy-duty drive chains. On the back side of this here, it has a spring and a cylinder here, and this is what opens and runs your gate. That's going to take your tightness of how tight your 4 belts are. And then as of right now, there is no kicker, and it's just a standard ramp to let your bale come off the back. But guys, like I said, this is a true silage baler. It's got, you can choose between 8, 9, or 17 knives. So you choose how fine you want your hay to be cut. If you're wanting it to just totally combust, that 17 knives, that's really going to do it. And this also has a choice where if you're coming up and you have a huge amount of hay and you think it might plug it, you have the option from the cab to drop that floor down and let that floor kind of come down and let all that hay come back into the chamber, and so it won't plug up on you and you won't have to get out there with your knife and start cutting it. So that's just a hydraulically driven from the cab. So that way it has that feature where you don't have to get out there and do that. Hopefully you'll never have to do that, but it does have an option where you can drop that floor down so it won't plug it up. So that's mainly the overview of this. But I guess it does have where you can have it holds 3 rolls. Your main rolls here, your secondary rolls here, and then the third roll actually goes up underneath the shield on the other side. So you can hold 3 rolls of wrath while you're baling, so that way less stopping, so you won't have to stop and do that so much. Your oiler is there, so you won't have to stop and oil your chain so much throughout the day. It automatically does that for you. You have to make sure that you have oil in your reservoir. But like I said, guys, this is a quick overview of this new machine we got here. So if you're interested in one of these, come here to Merz Farm Equipment and talk to me or one of the other salesmen, and we'll get you a price on this and hopefully get it to your farm. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Thanks, guys. Guys, I forgot to mention, this is a 4x6 baler. So, with all the knives and stuff in there, we can get bales up to about 4,000 pounds. That's kind of heavy, and a lot of guys are wanting it around that ton weight. So it determines by your crop what you're baling and how fast you're going through the field. So if you're going slow and you're putting all 17 knives in, like I said, you can get bales up to about 4,000 pounds, which is honestly a little bit too much unless you have a high horsepower tractor to pick up those bales. But you know, if you get going through the field and you're going at a pretty good rate, it's just going to be like your normal bale, about 1,600 to 2,000 pounds. So, I mean, it's up to you on how big and heavy you want those bales to be. So, thanks, guys.
And the more knives in there, the finer it's going to be cut. And you cut that net wrap off there, and that bale's just going to fall apart. So.